and we're through to our first ever final at Leicester City.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Mattov's English Journey, and welcome back to Leicester City, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. One at home in the league against Leeds United, and then after that in the Carabao Cup, the second leg of our semi-final tie against Tottenham. I'll show you shortly how the first leg went in that game though, but taking a look at this game against Leeds United, we'll go straight to the league table actually and show you what's going on there. We haven't really had our best league season, to be honest. We've had 6 losses already in 22 games, and comparing that to other seasons, last year we had just 8 losses when we did finish third, which I completely forgot about, to be honest. That's quite impressive that we did that. Season before that, only 7 losses. 8 before that, and where were we? We were surviving relegation in this one actually, if you remember that from many episodes ago now. So yeah, we've had quite a few more losses, picked up a lot of wins though, and at the moment we sit in a very good position in terms of having that ability to continue to improve, even if we have had a bit of rocky form. I mean, the season where Man City start to drop off and other teams are catching up, we don't catch up. It's just our luck, really, just not been turning up as well this year in the league as maybe we should have really done, to be honest. But if we were to win today against the very good Leeds United team, who have been for the past few years, and I've got a lot of confidence that we can do at home, we would overtake them with a game in hand also. So we could go 4 points clear of them, and then also, if we were to win our game in hand, we would go within 1 point of Chelsea, who currently sit in 4th place. And I'm not sure what the coefficients are saying, but 5th place getting us the Champions League again would be pretty good, to be honest. We are really good on the coefficient at the moment. We'll probably secure that once again, but we really want to go on and just try and get as high of a position as kind of. I think the league is going to be very tough to win. We're probably not going to win it. 12 points behind. Don't want to count ourselves out of it, but we've just really lost points in this season when we don't really we didn't have to. Let's put it that way. There's games we should have picked points up in. Maybe a bit more of a focus in the cups, the trophies, because that's what we want to win in. And yeah, that's been the case for us for the rest of for the most part of this season. And when these teams drop off, we've just not been there to capitalise on that and go and try and push for the title. But nothing we can really do about that at this point. We've got this game against Leeds, and yeah, if we can get a win there, we would help our efforts massively in terms of qualifying for the Champions League again. Even if we have had a bit of a drop off, as you can see around here, we were second in the table for a very long time. Then it all just went not to plan. I think it would have been around these 4 losses or 3 losses in the league when we had to play some really tough opponents, and we didn't really turn up for those games. I guess that's what messed it all up for us a bit. And around these games, a 4-3 loss to Aston Villa, 97th minute goal to deny us of that win there. Some late goals against Newcastle denying us of a win there, and also dropping points against Sheffield United, a team we should have beat. 93rd minute equaliser got us that. But yeah, there's been some games where we've got some late winners as well. Where was the game where we won? We won. Was it this game? I'm not sure really. Where we had a very late goal to win us a game. I'm not too. Oh yeah, this game actually against Benfica, 96th minute winner against a really good Benfica team. Did win us that game. We did go on and lose 3-0 against Inter Milan away from home, outclassed. Where did we leave it? It would have been this quarter-final game, and then this. So quite a few games played actually. League games, won our 2 FA Cup games against Derby as well. We won, so we're into the 5th round where we will be taking on Swansea. Finally, a bit of a good draw in our favour, and hopefully we can take advantage of that. Brentford, nice win. Southampton, nice win. Norwich, nice win. Games where we've meant to really should have picked up points, we did, but there's other games also where we could have picked up more than we did take away in the end. But we sit in a decent position now, 5th round of the FA Cup, with that potential to beat Swansea and go on to another quarter final for us. Playoffs of the Champions League, we did just miss out on an automatic spot by 2 points. 3 losses, I think it was. Yeah, 3 losses. Not doing as much favours, but nothing we can really do about that. Hopefully we can go and win our playoff, and we really need to do well in the Champions League this season. We've had a quarter final and then the last 16 when we did make a playoff last year. We need to go and try and do much better in this season. It looks like there was some really, really good teams in the playoffs. Now some of them have actually dropped off, so we really need to take advantage of that and go and see what we can do in the rest of that Champions League campaign. We've been focusing on the domestic cups, but the Champions League is also something we could really, really go on and push for a big finish in. We've got this first game of the day against Leeds United. Let's go and see what we can do. So the team for this game against Leeds United, yeah, we've got Lebrovic in goal, backline of Sergio, Van de Ven, Figueres and Stanley, Onana, Paolo, Latonia in the midfield, we've got Morales on the left, Paz returns on the right, and up top, Milosevic, new signing on the bench, Matthias Froling has come in on loan from Real Madrid, and one player who has left as a result, well not as a result, but he's left, and then we've had to bring in a new player. It was, where's he gone? Lautaro Gutierrez, here for a few seasons, moved on for a bit of money, pretty decent business overall, and a good servant for us. And also, one more thing, Cuzqueta, I think I've fumbled a little bit on this this transfer. 77 million was offered by Blackburn, a championship team. How is that possible? Well, the game's gone. Game is absolutely gone. We've had a huge injection in the budget from the board as well, so we might have to go on and spend that. But if we can sell Cuzqueta, maybe save it for the summer or spend it now. I'm gonna get the intermediaries in one more time. I mean, we might have just fumbled on a bit of a sale. He's not happy with his game time at all, and I mean, if we really should have sold him here, to be honest. Not meant to be. There's loads of teams still in for him, and they might make an offer, but they haven't made it as of yet. If they do, we've got how much in the bank would that be? Like 150, 140, 50 million. Yeah, big money moving around the club. Let's go and play this first game of the day against Leeds. Kick off here in this game against Leeds United once again. We've got another huge game, huge two games to be honest. I don't think I've even mentioned the fact that we have got, I didn't even show you the score actually, we have got a second leg coming up against Tottenham Hotspur. And the first leg we did go on and win 1-0 at home. We really should have gone and got more goals to be honest, but we are in the lead, and that's what's most important. And we're going to go away from home. It's going to be a tough game, but if we can come out with a draw or even a win, to be honest, then that's exactly the result that we need, and we would be on for a Carabao Cup final with Arsenal. But we know our luck with these things. It's going to be a very, very tough game, and just hope that we can get over the line, get into a final, and give ourselves a chance against a really out of form Arsenal team. Actually, they're not doing well at all in this season, and if we can get a result there, that would be I mean, if we can play against them and get a result, then that would just be amazing, to be honest. A League Cup finally, a cup under our belt, and that would be it'd just be an amazing thing, wouldn't it, for the club really? But think in terms of thinking maybe more generally, how much further can we go with this club? I mean, so much money floating around, so many big players we could buy, but the league is going to be so hard to contest with how much the other teams, the standard of play the other teams are setting. The Champions League, it speaks for itself really, and the League Cup and FA Cup we can definitely win. If we could do a domestic double this season, I mean, I think that's pretty impressive, to be honest. That's something not many teams have done at all, and you know, that would be pretty remarkable, to be honest. And also, I don't know if it counts as a treble, but if we were to do that double and then win the Champions League, that is a treble. I'm not sure if it counts as a treble because we haven't won our league title, but that would just, it's something that's a real possibility. I think the league is the toughest thing to nail on, then the Champions League, and then the other two cups. I think it's something that it is very possible that we can win the domestic cups, and it doesn't look like we're going to win the league here because we are 2-0 down against Leeds, first game on in a while, and it's just what happens, isn't it, really? Nothing we can do about it at all. 20 minutes gone, we are 2-0 down, and we have not generated anything at all. We need to build a bit of momentum. We've got the ball, making a few chances, but nothing is really coming for us at all, to be honest. It looks like it's all Leeds, and at home as well, getting done like this, not the result that we want at all. We want to pick up at least a point, to be honest, from this game. More than that, if possible. Sergio in the middle has hit the crossbar. Van de Ven, it falls out to Paolo, and on the edge of the box, has the shot, floating around. Morales can't win his header, and now he's got to win this one if we want to stay alive here. But if it's a bad chance in the end for Morales. He's not made the most of it, I should say. And now we're going to go into half time by the lose of it, 2-0 down. A lot of work for us to do in the second half. Got some really tired legs out there. We've had so many games to play, and we're going to have even more games to play with all these playoffs and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. Few changes going to come up shortly, you'd think. Lots of depth on the bench now, good depth. We're without Estevao, who's had a really good season for us. Maybe the reason why we are not having a good game here at all. But to lose at home like this would just be so disappointing, to be honest. Maybe we're getting a bit of an FM curse, to be honest. I think this save has just genuinely been cursed, to be honest. We get so many bad cup draws. We get so much, like, just things like this that happen that just make no sense. Really should have gone out and win this game. Maybe it is down to the tactics or something like that. But it is quite remarkable, to be honest. Sergio here has made a nice run through the ball from the Tournier. Paz at the back post wins his header. It's Milosevic instead, actually. But nothing comes of that. We've still got 40 minutes to try and find 2 goals here. We don't want to lose a game right before we've got a game against Tottenham, which could really decide us. It can throw them playing midfield, actually. He can, apparently. But we do have that game against Tottenham, which could be it's a huge game. Let's put it that way. We really need to go on and win it, and if we don't win it, it would be heartbreaking, to be honest. No other way of putting it. We really need to go out there and get a result. 4 changes we're going to make here. I mean, it seems pretty reasonable too. We've been off the pace today is the best way of putting it. I don't know what's going on really, to be honest, but probably shift our focus soon to that game against Tottenham. A loss right before it doesn't help us at all, but we've got a good chance in that game. We lead 1-0, and if we can find an early goal there in that game, that would be absolutely massive for us. Leeds on the attack once again, knocking it around in our defence is what we're trying to do here. Cusqueta now might try and win this ball out from the back, play it out from the back on the counter attack. Nothing comes of it, and yeah, this has just been a very disappointing game for us, to be honest. At home, just our second loss at home all season in the league. It's not what we want at all, to be honest, and this is not going to help our chances of qualifying for the Champions League. Once again, 80 minutes, nothing coming for us at all, and it's not been our day, has it really, at all, and hopefully this doesn't continue for the next game. Can we find some late goals here? Is there a glimmer of hope? Figueres now finds himself on the ball, plays it to the right to Cusqueta in what could be one of his final games. Milosevic over the top. I thought I'd gone straight in, apparently not. It's a save from the Leeds goalkeeper, 85 minutes, and yeah, it might be all over for us here, to be honest. Not been our day at all. Very disappointing, to say the least. That ball in from Morales and no one is there, and it's just gone. It's just gone wide. Simple as that, really. It's poor play from us, and yeah, it's been one of those frustrating losses, to be honest. One of those games we should not be losing at all. 2 goals in 20 minutes took it out of our hands, and yeah, not what we want going in to a Carabao Cup semi-final, second leg. Let's go and see what we can do there in that game. So we have the draw for the knockout rounds of and we've been drawn straight away. Juventus we will be playing. That will be a very tough game for us, I'd assume. I don't know how Juventus have been doing in the Champions League. If we're going to take a look at the league phase, they finished in 18th place, so they won games, some very easy games for them there, to be honest. A draw against Nice and then losses to Chelsea, Man City and Rennes, so very good teams, to be fair. Should be a pretty evenly matched game, to be honest, but our knockout record is not spectacular, to be honest. Hopefully we can get a result there and continue on into the next round of the Champions League. Bit of a tougher draw compared to the Stuttgart that we drew last year. And yeah, let's just hope we can go and have some good luck in our knockout games this year. And speaking of knockout games, we're going to be playing against Tottenham at Wembley. I know it's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, actually. I thought it might have been at Wembley. Not on this occasion. Next game it will be, if we can go on and beat them. And one final thing just before we get into this game against Tottenham. We might have gone and spent a little bit of money. Let's just put it that way. All of the transfer budget blown. We couldn't sell Cusqueta, and I thought we would, to be honest, but apparently not. We have brought in a new player, a very elite level centre back, Carlo Volpes. He is I mean that just says it all, really, what he is, to be honest. Amazing player we have brought in who can play at centre back, and right back. How is he attacking? His ability, his overall ability is quite small, so he might have to go right back. But yeah, we've got an elite level player there, and I mean we couldn't sell Cusqueta to be honest, but nothing we can really do about that to be honest. Let's go and play this game finally against Tottenham. So the team for this game against Tottenham, huge game, starts with Lebrovic in goal, backline of Sergio, Van de Ven, Figueres and Stanley, Onana, Paulo, Litonia in the midfield, we've got Morales on the left, Paz on the right, Milosevic up top, and new signing Volpez on the bench today. Kick off here in this huge game against Tottenham. We know exactly what we need to go out and do. Just kind of hold this lead, maybe get another goal in there to settle us down. I mean, this is, I mean, I know it's a League Cup, but this game is absolutely huge. We need to get a result, and that could help our efforts. Paulo there, so close to getting our second goal of this tie inside 15 minutes. Already we are looking very threatening. Pass from this corner. It's going to look to try and deliver it in. It's a nice ball in. Sergio's in there. Loads of players in there. It falls out to Paulo at the edge of the box. Now Morales. Back to Paulo. Into Milosevic. Will he try and line up the shot? He's lost the ball and he's offside in the end. Unfortunate for him. New signing Volpez coming in. I mean, we had the money to spend. I thought we were going to sell Cusqueta, so bit of a, I mean, it's not the most best decision, considering we are very minus now in the wage budget. He is our biggest earner on the wage bill. We've increased the wage bill a lot, but we've also generated so much money. So that kind of happened, trying to gel this team into an elite club with elite money floating around. That's what I think is important, to try and make an elite club. And with the sale of Gutierrez, the team wanted us to bring in a centre back. I thought might as well bring in an elite level centre back. Don't know where he's going to swap for. He might swap for Figueres, who for 50 million hasn't really lived up to what I thought he would do. He's not been shown anything exceptional. Or he could go right back because he is a bit on the smaller side. Getting to the place of Stanley, who also, he's been good, but this season not as good as maybe we thought he could be. Try him out for the rest of the season, see how he does, and we might have ourselves a very elite level player in him. He already looks like it. His ability overall, it's just insane to be honest, and hopefully he can have a good season with us. And I wanted to get Cusqueta out. He don't want to be here anymore, but unfortunately we were not able to. I think we're going to bring on we'll bring on Volpez now for the rest of the game at right back. Already he's looking absolutely insane on the defensive duties, and yeah, that shows we're building a very good team here, and have got some real key players to kind of build around. I think we'll stick with that for now. We are good to go for now. Really good depth with us as well. I mean, we don't even have Estival today, and we've got so many players off the bench who we can bring on. Really building this elite level team, and they need to carry us through for the rest of this season. 60 minutes gone, we lead 1-0. We've been really impressive in this game by the looks of it. Although we've not been generating loads of chances, we have had the only chances. And yeah, it's been a very impressive for us. I'm so annoyed we couldn't sell Cusqueta, to be honest. We really should have got over the line and made sure we sold him, but we've not been able to. And ultimately, I guess it's been a bit of an issue that we've not been able to, because the money is it's a bit of an issue. Should have accepted that 77 million offer. What can you do really? He's going to get some minutes before the end of the season, but he don't want to be here anymore ultimately, because he's not going to get that much game time. But how is it a championship team in Blackburn offering 77 million? I will never know. It's just crazy. So much money moving around at the moment, and it allows us to buy players like that. 88 minutes gone. The added time is on the board, and the full time whistle is gonna go, and we're through to our first ever final at Leicester City. We are going to the League Cup final. That has been probably the most boring game I've ever seen. 2 chances all game really, just for us, and nothing for Tottenham at all at home. They're going to be very disappointed with that, but we are through to our first ever final, and in next episode we are going to be playing Arsenal for the League Cup. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this tune. I'll see you